and equipments na ginagamit natin sa production, sa delivery process. So, equipment and other facilities and ITs. Yun lang kasama dito. Equipment and other facilities. So, the facilities must be strategically placed in the manufacturing site. Kung natatandaan nyo pa yung ating floor plan, doon. So, saan ba natin ilalagay yung mga machines and facilities? The entrepreneur must prepare a facility plan that details the most economical way to manufacture the product or offer the service by placing the facilities where they can be efficiently used. Pag sinunod nyo lang kanina yung floor plan natin, guarantee the flow of the production in terms of equipments is seamless or tuloy-tuloy na siya. So we have to consider also yung sizes and the shapes of facilities for the entire operation process. So the site must adapt to how big or small the pieces of equipment area. The site must also be conducive, well ventilated, and well lit so that the employees can manage the machines efficiently. So we have to consider kung paano rin gumagana yung machines, ano? Kung ilang volts ng kuryente ang kailangan nila, kung kailangan bang naka-aircon yung mga machines. So we have to take note of that, ano? So for pieces of manufacturing equipment, there are complicated to operate. So may mga machines nga na mahirap i-operate, ano? The entrepreneur must ensure that the employee went through rigorous training or certification to operate them. Lalo na yung mga machines na galing abroad. So kailangan i-train muna yung mag-ooperate ng mga machines na yan. So we also have yung mga telecommunications and information technology equipments na ginagamit natin. Nowadays, I can now say that these are requirements na rin because of the generation and the flow of transaction and the flow of production of the businesses nowadays. So, sabi nga dito, regardless of the business, the entrepreneur will venture into telecommunication and information technology equipment is mandatory. These tools aid the entrepreneur in making business process fast and convenient. So, ito yung iba't ibang klase ng information na ginagamit sa mga business. Una, landline phone, saan siya ginagamit? In receiving order, telemarketing and teleconferencing, so proper communication. Sa mobile phones naman, yung mobile application, pwede rin gamitin sa order taking, pwede rin sila magbayad dito. We can also use mobile phones as a marketing medium. Laptop and desktop computers, kagaya din nung kanina, pero we can also make reports dito sa laptops and pwede rin tayo ditong maglagay ng inventory. POS or point of sales, sabi ko na kanina, accounting and inventory software, of course, natatrack natin yung mga transactions and profit at namomonitor din yung sales and inventory. And then website, kagandahan ng website, nalilesen yung dagsa ng customer para magtanong sa atin personally. So kagandahan din nito, 24/7 yon and kayang i-accommodate ang madaming customer. Okay, last M is yung materials or simply the raw materials. Whether the entrepreneur will offer product or service, he or she has to pinpoint a number of dependable suppliers of raw materials and supplies. The supplier must have a consistent and sufficient amount of raw materials that can accommodate the demand of the entrepreneur. So we have to know kung saan tayo kukuha ng supply. So the entrepreneur should decide on what route to choose when it comes to materials acquisitioning or requisitioning. Options include the following. Una, manufacturing own product or service or offer services. Or in short, tayo yung gagawa mismo ng raw materials natin. Sumunod, outsourcing of manufacturing or service activities to a third party. May ibang hahanap. At simply, tayo yung mismong bibili directly. Ano ba yung outsourcing? Process of appointing a third party manufacturer to do the manufacturing operation of the business. Usually, mga BPO ang gumagawa nito, yung mga business processing outsourcing, na kung saan yung isang part ng operation pinapagawa natin sa iba. Example, manufacturing of cars. Dito sa Pilipinas, yung mismong assembly lang ang ginagawa. Pero wala ditong manufacturing nung mismong tools, nung pyesa nung sasakyan. Lahat nang gagaling sa abroad. So, yun, outsourcing yun. Instead na yung mismong company ng car, let's say for example, yung Toyota, ang gagawa or mag-assemble, in-outsource nila dito sa Pilipinas. Yung mga tao dito ang mag-assemble lang, pero sa kanila pa rin yung manufacturing ng mga spare parts. These third-party companies already have an expertise in handling and manufacturing these products, supplies, or inventories. And because they manufacture, they produce goods in bulk, maramihan. Okay, having multiple outsourced parties can be an advantage because of the following. First one, it helps continue the operation even if one of the third party stops. Syempre, kahit magsara yung isa, continue pa rin yung business mo dahil marami kang choices. The entrepreneur will have greater bargaining power on the price and scope of the products because of the quantity of the products. Kaya mo siyang presyohan na rin. The entrepreneur may have a choice to switch to other parties if one of them does not perform well. Okay, logistics. Under pa rin to ng materials. Pag sinabi natin logistics, it is the overall process of managing how resources are acquired, stored, and transported to their final destination. In short, mula sa pagkuha ng raw materials, mula sa pag-delivery ng raw materials sa manufacturing site, yun yung kasama natin sa logistics. So, logistic management involves identifying the prospective distributors and suppliers and determining their effectiveness and accessibility. Of course, pag mayroon tayong madaming raw materials and product goods or final products, we have to invest sa mga warehousing. Ba Tagalog nito? Bodega. Warehousing, storing the finishing goods manufactured in a facility until they are distributed to end users. Warehousing costs usually substantial or medyo may kamahalan. The entrepreneur should think ways on how to reduce the cost of warehousing by either buying an economical warehouse or renting an inexpensive place. Okay, logistics also includes transportation. Transportation will also be the major cost in logistics. So, it is the process of efficiently transferring the products to retailers or the consumers. So, the entrepreneur or the manufacturer must purchase energy-efficient vehicles that can carry a reasonable amount of merchandise to prevent inefficient trips. Usually, nag-establish din sila ng tinatawag na distribution hub. Ang distribution hub are places na pinagsasama-sama muna yung mga dapat i-deliver, pinaplano kung saan i-deliver para mabawasan yung inefficiency. And lastly, sa logistics din kasama yung inventory. So, inventory yung pag-i-store ng product should also be tracked religiously by the entrepreneur or the manufacturer. Each of the inventories in the warehouse, distribution hubs, and manufacturing sites should be properly monitored. The law of supply and demand must also be taken into account. So, gaano ba kadami yung kailangan nating i-produce? Gaano sila katagal dapat naka-store sa warehouse? So, gaano kadami yung i-distribute sa suppliers, ay sa customers or distributors? So, lahat-lahat ng yon nakalista sa inventory, and we have to know kung ilan yung mabebenta at ilan yung gagawin natin. Kaya nga nakalagay dito yung law of supply and demand. Okay, that ends the operational plan or the 4M's of operation. If you have any question regarding the discussion, simply post your questions doon sa group chat natin on Messenger and I will answer it hanggat kaya natin. Wag na mag-PM para maging ma-lessen yung mga nagtatanong. Baka kasi itanong din ng iba. Okay, let me just discuss yung activities na kailangan nyo ipasa. Again, ang ipapasa lang is letter D and E. Sa letter D, think of a business that you want to establish in the near future, then provide the following information. Anong pangalan ng business nyo? Yung business, yung product na parang kamukha lang dun sa week 4 natin, ano? Pero ang pinagkaiba dito is yung kailangan nyo maglagay ng floor plan. So, pwede kayong gumamit ng mga apps such as Room Sketcher or Floor Planner, or simply i-drawing nyo na lang siya. Basta merong mga names, yung mga lugar, yung mga equipments na nandoon. Okay, so you should also provide the following sa mga employees nyo. Ilan ang i-hire nyo, job description, ano yung dapat nilang gawin, qualification, kailangan ba high school graduate, ganon, work schedule, oras at yung araw at magkano yung sahod nila. Now, kailangan nyo rin ng equipment or machines. Example, landline. Para saan yung landline? Kailangan nyo ng website. Para saan yung websites? And yung multiple choice lang, yung letter E. You can now submit it sa email or sa Schoolmate for record processes. So kayo mag-alala, nare-receive ko lahat ng mga nakapag-submit na. Sadly, hindi ko pa na-check isa-isa. Medyo mahirap kasi ang signal pag data lang. Hindi ko kayang i-check ng maramihan at sabay-sabay. Okay, again, ito na yung huli. And then, pakisubmit na lang before the Christmas break natin. Thank you so much again. Hopefully naintindihan. I can accommodate the questions. Just post it na lang sa Messenger. Thank you very much and good day.